August 1st, 2019, we finally untied the lines in Kemah and began our trek up the ICW towards Florida. 6 days we spent in the Galveston Bay, just plagued with motor trouble, carburetor issues, clogged vent lines, bad coil, just one thing after another, and the symptoms seemed to mimic each other, so it was very hard to isolate the actual problem. So after 6 days of this and being pushed into shipping lanes and almost run over by barges and oil tankers, we decided to spend a couple days at Moody Gardens to recoup and prepare for the rest of the trip. 3 days after that, we finally began our trek down the ICW, and here are some beautiful dolphins, or porpoises if you will, giving us an escort into the Bolivar Channel. These guys were not shy at all. They came right up to the boat to see us off, blew us some kisses. It was just, it was a nice uplifting experience after the days of shit that we had gone through prior. We didn't get a lot of shots of things going down the tight spots of the ICW, mainly because there was just so many times that we felt like our safety was in danger, and it was just very difficult to remember to film small items. But here's a couple things that we thought you might like. This little guy stayed with us for a couple days. He just chilled out, ate mosquitoes, had the time of his life. After, about a week of that, getting eaten up with mosquitoes every night, the hot weather, everything, we decided to take a little detour into Lake Charles and stay at the Golden Nugget Hotel. Leslie was kind enough to put us up in a room for 2 nights, air conditioning, full-size bed, actual bathtub. It was a nice break, and then we were on our way. A few more days down the ICW, and we ended up at Morgan City at Berwick City Docks. Not really gonna say too much about this place. It had a cool lighthouse, but other than that, it was, Anyway, back on the ICW and down to the Mississippi River. Went through the Harvey Locks, and here you see we're passing downtown. This is the industrial lock leading up to Lake Pontchartrain, and you can see the size of these barges being pushed down the ICW. Here's an up-close shot that I took whenever we weren't about to be killed. But this gives you a good idea of the size of them, and let me just tell you, these things are deadly silent. You cannot hear these things. They're 3 to 4 football fields long, and you cannot hear them until they are already passing your stern. They also have a tendency to suck whatever's close to it in under it as the front end passes you, and then as the stern passes, it pushes everything back away. Anyway, further down the industrial, we finally decided to anchor at Seabrook Marine right on the Pontchartrain Lake, and for the first time in our whole trip, we thought for a moment of trading in Sorceress for an actual bedroom, but thought better of it. I mean, these are cute as hell, and a lot of people would appreciate them, but hey, we love our boat. So we set up at the marina, chilled out, de-stressed, unpacked, and made our way into downtown New Orleans. Here you can see we're in front of the cathedral, all the streetcars around. Lots of beautiful architecture, old architecture, which I absolutely love. Just soak this town up. And if you've never been there before, there's a little restaurant here called Oyster Acme House. Now, this is a Tuesday about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's already a line forming on the outside. Apparently, this is very typical. And the oysters, the grilled oysters, I would have probably committed homicide for 12 more of them. Anyway, we ended up getting coffee and beignets right down the street on our way back to the marina. Stopped in for a little live jazz, and did not disappoint. And I gotta tell you people, if y'all are ever in New Orleans, stop here at Cafe Beignets and grab yourself some goodies. So back at the marina, we are waiting for a haul out so I can clean Sorceress's bottom. This monstrosity ended up taking up 2 days in the lift, so I'm here longer than normal. Leslie flew back to Houston for a few weeks, so I'm here by myself, and we'll be updating videos. So to wrap things up, it's been 31 days on the ICW for the Sorceress. It's been painfully slow going so far, but hopefully a haul out's going to change that. If if we can get all the barnacles and debris clean from the bottom of the boat, clean up the prop, and probably get our speed up from about 3 knots to about 5.5 to 6. It's going to make things a lot more tolerable. Also, this little section from New Orleans to Texas on the ICW is known as the most horrible portion of the whole trip, also known as the ditch or El Royo. So hopefully things get better from here, and I'll have a lot happier, nicer videos for you. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and like I said before, hopefully the videos from here on out are going to be a lot more exciting and beautiful. Anyway, thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you soon.